Hey guys, today we're talking about GraphQL. It's a query language provided by Facebook in 2012. So simply saying, it's a good tool to manage data queries. So in later of this video, I'm gonna show a quick demo of how it works basically and explain the code structure as well. So the main function of GraphQL is to provide a common interface between server and client to fetch data. So the client will ask for data from GraphQL server, but here different with traditional REST APIs. The data format is not hard-coded. This picture shows some differences. So previously we have to interact with each component separately, but with GraphQL, it's like all-in-one. It's like a smart manager, so you don't have to do extra complex queries one by one. Okay. And if you compare a GraphQL query with a JSON object, you find that they're very similar. So the structure is quite easy and simple, highly understandable. So based on this, if you're a client-side developer and you need to frequently get response from server and you want to get rid of extra queries in traditional way, GraphQL is quite suitable and helpful to you. So now I'm just gonna show a demo. Here is some tips about install. So make sure you have your Node.js installed on your system, and open terminal and mkdir, make new folder and cd into the directory and run npm init to do initialization. And then we have to install GraphQL, Express.js and Express/GraphQL. This is a middleware. This is a connection between those two. And //save. Then we just create a new folder, a new file under a project folder. This is where you code. And to run, we just have no file name.js. So here's my code. In my server.js, I have already imported the schema and the middleware and Express. And the type query here is the top level. Here I just have one object named message. The data type is string, and this part is a resolver. I just assign a string value to message called hello world Alex. Let's just run it by node server.js. Okay, running on port. Okay, so this is the interface of GraphQL. This is the query variables. So don't worry about the explain. We just directly test message. Look, see, the value has been response from the server. Hello world Alex, which is the same with here. And this is just simplest demo. But we want to try something more complicated. So let's run server2.js. Node server2.js. So instead of having one single object named message, now I have a subject and subjects. The subject contains 4 attributes: ID, title, description, and category. The subject is for once you send in a query, the system may give you more than one results. So we just have subjects and make the key as category. And we have 2 methods: get subject, get subjects. So we retrieve data from the sample data here. So this is actually fake data, but for tests it's quite useful. We just have 4 objects from ID from 1 to 4. They all have different string values in their attributes. So in get subject, we just make the ID equals to the ID in sample data and run a callback function and return sample data. And we call it here in the resolver. Let's run, already run. I need to refresh. 2000. Okay. Now if we still type message, we won't get anything because we haven't defined it. We already changed it to something else. So I'll just write down a simple query method called get single subject slash subject ID int, type is int, and subject. So we need an ID subject ID, and we got the title, description, category. Yeah, that's it. So now we already have a query method. This is the same with the schema, and we're retrieving a subject ID to get the result. So it's like a JSON object. We just need to write subject ID. Let's name it 1. And, see, the first object has comes out, which is AIP. If we check from our code, see the first one. That's it. And if we're using 2, it changes to PNP, which is the second one. If we're typing some number out of the array, we won't get a null because we don't have enough objects in here. So instead of just retrieving data by ID, we can try to modify it by using category ones. So let's just make some changes to the method. Yeah, get subjects for category, and we need to change the parameter as well. Subject category, and the data types now in animal is string, and we need to change it from subject to subjects. That's where we define get subjects method in our code. So ID should be category, and the subject ID should be cat. Right. And to run this, we are defining a subject category called. Now we have 3 IT category and 1 science. So we just try IT first. See, now we got the 3 objects, and their categories are all IT. And I change it to science. Yeah, science. So that's all for this video, and this is just a very simple demo. If you want to explain more, you want to dive in, you're welcome to do that.